Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I just wanted to pop along and show you or tell you how I dried my flowers. Now these are different ones that I've just picked out my garden this morning, and they are just so pretty. This is a little rose that was just on its way out really, because it's going a little bit brown around the outside, so I didn't really mind picking that one. And these are some of my daisies. I've got some beautiful pansies here, beautiful orange one here, and I've got some bougainvillea as well, and a few leaves, some rose leaves on there. So I think they're really pretty. These are the little diddy ones that I used in the resin that I did yesterday and the day before. So they are the little tiny ones. I like that, so I'm loving them. So these ones that I did, I microwaved them. Now I put them in the microwave like this, in between some kitchen paper, for probably 15 seconds at a time. I just spread them out. Whoopsie daisy. What I did, I put them upside down like that and squashed them down just a little bit, and just put them on some kitchen paper and put them in the microwave as they are. I didn't put anything on top of them, and then it just sort of like 15-minute intervals, and they probably took maybe a minute and a half, and then I left them, and they sort of like, the kitchen paper sort of like soaked up a little bit more of the moisture, and they turned out really well. But I was going to do these in the microwave, and then I saw a video where somebody did it in the oven. And it took 10 minutes. So I thought I would try that this morning, and I did. So I'm just going to show you. I haven't taken the ones here. These are the ones that I did. I did some rose petals this morning. Look at these. And I put them in the oven, sprinkled them onto just a baking sheet with some parchment paper like this on. Popped them in the oven for 10 minutes, and that was at 130, I think it was 135, which is about 275, I think, Fahrenheit. And it took 10 minutes, and look at these, they are lovely and crunchy. So they are lovely, but a little bit too sort of like curled up for doing sort of like resin work, but they came out beautiful. Now those in a little jar would look beautiful, wouldn't they? Aren't they gorgeous? So I took another rose, which was one like this one, on here, and I put some parchment, and then I put the parchment over the top and put another baking tray over the top of that to flatten them down, and they came out lovely. They came out a lot flatter, so I think these could probably go in some resin work as well, which are lovely. So the ones that I did here, I'm going to show you these ones. I haven't opened them up. Now I cut the paper into a round because I was going to pop it onto a plate into the microwave and then put another plate on top, but I decided to just put them into the oven with a baking tray with some parchment on, and then another baking tray on top to keep them flat. So I'm going to just lift this off. Now this is the bougainvillea. Now these are the little petals here. Now I didn't put the whole flower in, I just took the petals off because I like to use the little ones. If I'm going to do the resin, I only do little things, so I didn't want to put a whole big one of these daisies in there, because I wouldn't use that in resin. I try to use what I could, what I thought I would use. Now I think they've come up really well. So these are the little petals. Now these are the tiny. Now this is this one here. These are little purple ones, but I believe that these are really diddy. They've really shrunk, and these are the little flowers, which have come out really well. I think I prefer the oven to the microwave, because the microwave, you're taking them in and out every 10-15 seconds or something like that, depending on how big your flower is. These ones, look at that, that's bougainvillea, that's gorgeous. These ones you pop into the oven for 10 minutes, pop the baking tray on top, and then you could just leave them. What I did, I took them out, I took them out after 10 minutes and left them for another 10 minutes. Just in between it, so you still got the heat of the baking trays in between, with these in between, and I think they've come out really lovely. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. That is a little rose leaf. Let's take that off there. You can see they've done really, really well. Loving them, look at that. Oh, you could use that as like a little butterfly wing, couldn't you? That was the whole one of the little pansies. That's still stuck. A little bit stuck to the tissue there. Actually, that's still a little bit damp, I think. That's because that was the whole flower, and I think it probably would have needed a little bit more, but because these are sort of like little petals, they didn't take very long at all. Look at that. Love them. So that is in the oven. Really, really simple. Now, what you could do if you were cooking and your oven was cooling down, you could probably put some flowers like this, pop it onto 2 baking trays, one on top of the other, and then just pop it in your oven and leave your oven to cool down. And then you'd have these lovely little dried flowers afterwards. Now, what I might try and do, I'll do another video and I'm going to just paint that with resin, I think, like that, and make a hole at the top and just see if it will come out. Maybe I'll do that now. Let's have a look. Oh, I got a couple of little more one here. That's a little one stuck on there. That's a little one there. Love the little petals. Shall we see if we can just paint one of these? Now I'm going to do the other little flowers. I'm not going to leave these. I'm going to pop those into the oven as well, because we don't want to leave those out, do we? But look at these. Now I know you can buy all sorts of things you can to dry flowers. I might actually invest in a little flower press so I can just do the rest of the flowers at the end of the summer and use some. So I'm going to, what shall I do? Let me have a look. Didn't really think about this very well. Let me get my resin out. And I need one of these, don't I? Let's just pop it onto here. Got a little bit of resin on there. Let's pick that off. Let's see if this will work. Now, obviously have to do one side at a time. I think we would probably pop a little bit of this on. Just like that. Let's just see if I can hold this down. Just go round to the edge. Just like that. We only need a little thin layer, don't we, on here. Hold that on. Round the edge. Like that. You might have to do a couple of layers. I don't know whether this is going to work, but wouldn't it be nice if it does? Like that. Right to the edge. If I do a little thin layer on the top one, then it should make it a little bit easier, not so bendy, to do the other side. So let's just pop that one there. Like that. Perfect. Let me get a little bit of tissue. Wipe that off. I'm going to pop that under there like that, and I will be back 2 seconds. Okay, so there we go. I popped that in for 99 seconds on there. So let's just see. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. That's come out lovely. Now I'm going to do the back. Let's put this onto the back. I've got little bits of other flower on there. Let's put a little bit on here. Put the lid on. Now I must put this in a box because this room is quite hot and sunny, and one of you lovely ladies told me to keep it out of the way of the sunshine, because obviously it will go hard even if it's in the bottle, so I will do that. So let's just put this over the top like this. So I don't know whether you guys have actually tried doing the microwave flowers or even the oven ones, but I do prefer the oven. I really do, I think, to the microwave. So I will definitely be doing a few more to pop in my stash while I've got the urge to do it. And then I can keep them, so I can keep them with my little resin bits, can't I? So when I think of doing something, I can do it. Now I'm going to just give it a blast a minute to get the bubbles out. Just a little flip over with that, just to get the bubbles. Now I'm going to just pop that in again for another, I think I'll do another 99 seconds on there, so I will be back. Okay, so there we go, that was another 99 seconds on the back of there. So, oh my gosh, look at that. Love it. Now I will do another coat on the back and the front, but first of all, I think I will make a hole in the top, just while we've only got a couple of layers of the resin. If I can get that off. Wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Oh, look at that. And I can pop a little jump ring through there. I'm going to pop another layer of resin on there. I'll do this quickly and show you the finish thing. Okay, so there we go. That's another 99 seconds in there. So let's just see. It's just stuck a little bit onto there. Now the nice thing about this, you can cut them off. Oops, daisy. Let's just take these, just this little edge. They do snip off the little tiny bits of resin on there. Look at that. Really hard. Now I will do the back, but I won't do that in a moment because I will just show you. Let's see if we can pop this jump ring. Might be a bit too small, so let's just see. Will that fit in there? Oops. Throw it around. Yes, just like that. Then I probably need another one to put a bail on. Little necklace pendant or something, or hang off your journal. I think it's beautiful. Look at that. I think that's gonna have to have another one on there, just like that. Love it. Let's pop a little bail on it, because then you could have it as a necklace. How gorgeous. Let's pop one of these on like this. These are like the little clip-on ones. These are from the BB Crafts. Look at that. Can you imagine giving somebody that for a present? Beautiful, isn't it? And it's still transparent, whether you can see through. I will give it a bit of a back, another coating on the back, but I absolutely love it. Probably see it better on the white, but it's gorgeous. And I probably as well maybe just go around the edges a little bit, so when you do it, if you're going to have a go, just make sure you don't have anything exposed, just so it stays all intact. But I'm absolutely loving it. So there we go, guys. We know it works. So I am really happy. Let me take my mask off. So I'm really happy with these in the oven. So I will definitely be doing more of these, and then I'm going to put them all in a little pot, so when I do some more resin art, I can add these beautiful little flowers. So there we go, guys. That is how I dry these flowers. So please do give it a go, because it's really good. Even if you find flowers, if you don't have a garden, when you go for a walk or out and about, have a look for even little sort of like weeds have beautiful little flowers on them. So just pop them, make sure you've got a little pot with you, a little bag, and then you can pop lots of little flowers and then pop them in the oven when you get home, or save them until you can use your oven when you've been cooking. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.